Hello and welcome to a PC building stream. First one I've ever done and first one probably for a long while because I'm not planning to redo my PC anything after this for quite a while. I've got quite a sick system and I'm going to be building in a quite small case. It is a little bit smaller than I'm used to, but it's not my first ITX build. It's actually far from the smallest case I've ever built in, but I'll get into that later. Let's take a look at the case we're going to be building in. This is the Fractal Design Meshify 2 Nano. Here's a bottle for scale. I don't have a banana, sorry. It's not a huge case. But it's quite big for being I guess smaller in ITX case. I guess you can't really call it a small form factor case, can you? It's got glass side panels because, well, there was no choice. Apparently every case now has to have glass side panels, which sucks. I don't like it. I prefer to have metal side panels. I don't care about RGB. As evidenced by this build, because there will be almost no RGB in it. But it's a pretty cool case. Let's see if I can get it open. It's a little bit tricky to open when it's lying down. There we go. So it's got this toolless side panel. It just mounts by these two nubbins here. See if I can get a medium on that. These two nubbins here it mounts by, and then it's also held in by these tabs here. So these tabs sit in the bottom, which is, you know, nice and stable. Then it is kind of sketchy that these nubbins are just sort of slotted in there, and to open it you just kind of rip on it. It's kind of weird, not gonna lie, it's kind of weird, but it is what it is. So far I have not had any problems with the Meshify 2 that I built a case in literally today. So if you've not been following me on Twitter, I posted some stuff earlier today. So I decided to use up my bonus a little bit early before it comes even, and build myself a new gaming PC. And I wanted an ITX build, but I decided also to treat myself and change out the case for my old PC, because the old PC I'm still using, it's what I'm streaming on right now obviously, because this one isn't built yet, and it's going to remain my streaming PC, and this one is just going to play the games and the other PC is going to run the stream. But the case that I had for that was a Corsair something or other. It's like over 10 years old probably, that I got for free from work when I first moved here, because I needed a case. They were giving stuff away for free. I was like, hey, can I get a case? And it's served me fine for 3 years, but it had a couple of problems. One, it did not have all the drive sleds in it, so I had a limit on how many hard drives or SSDs I could put in it. It also had, instead of having a metal side panel or a glass side panel, it had a metal side panel that was meant to put a big ass fan in. Now what that means is that there was a huge hole, effectively. Like it was mesh with, you know, like 2mm holes or something. So it would just suck in a ton of dust into the PC through this hole, which is not good. So hopefully the Meshify 2 that I got and put my streaming PC into, which is on the other side of this wall, that will help reduce the dust inside of the PC, because it was quite gnarly after 3 years. In that PC as well is currently a 1080, a GTX 1080, which is the card that I was using up until earlier this year or late last year, I forget when. I got a 3080. So I'm reusing the 3080 in this build here. Other than that, it's all new parts for this little baby. All right. It's quite an interesting case. It's quite spacious for being a small case. Like it's even got a full like ATX. It's got a full ATX basement even, and then let's see if you can see that here. It's got a little slope down so that you can get air in, or you can remove this slope if you want to put a radiator in, which is nuts to put a radiator in a computer this small. I think the D15 that I got, the Noctua fan, is gonna do just fine. I don't see a need for water cooling in this build. I don't think it would improve anything. I think the air cooling that I've got will be well sufficient. The only thing I'm gonna add in terms of cooling, other than the CPU cooler obviously, is I'm gonna add one more fan up here and maybe replace this fan with a Noctua fan. I don't know. Now on the big brother of this, there was a PWN fan controller on this side of the case. I'm gonna check, is there one here as well? There is not. Alright. I mean, it's a smaller case, you can't get everything. Yeah, it makes sense. Right. But still, tons of cable management loops to run your cables in. It's got two USB 3.0, one USB 3.1 Type-C, separate headphone and mic. Yeah, it's a pretty cool little case. Well, I guess it's not that small because you still got the ATX basement. All you're losing is like 4 or 5 GPU slots worth of height. If we take a look at it like from this end, that's like, this is all you have for GPU, right? It's 2 slots, which is enough for my GPU, but if you got a 40 series GPU, that might be an issue. It does have a little bit extra here, so you can have like a 2.8 or something slot GPU, but after that you start running into issues with the basement here. 120 millimeter fan in the back, 140 in the front. We're gonna add another 120 in the front from my stash of Noctua fans. Right, so that's the case. I'm going to put that over here. Because we don't need that yet. We need to check out the motherboard. So this is the, I believe, brand new Asus ROG Strix Z90i gaming Wi-Fi motherboard. It is LGA 1700, which means that it will fit for I believe 12th gen and 13th gen Intel CPUs. It's got Wi-Fi 6E if you've got a Wi-Fi network that can run that. I'm gonna be using Ethernet, but still. PCIe 5.0, DDR5 memory. Yeah, otherwise I don't know what this is. I'm gonna be honest. I have no clue what this is, but we'll find out. Here on the back it says it's got 2 Thunderbolt 4, 1 USB 3.2 Gen 2x2, 3 USB 3.2 Gen 2, 1 USB 3.2 Gen 1, what does that even mean? I hate the new USB naming standards. 2 USB 2.0 because apparently we need that still. 1 HDMI port which we're not going to use because integrated graphics is dumb. Wi-Fi 6E module, 2.5 gig into Ethernet, nice. Oh yeah, here it is. 13th gen, 12th gen Pentium Gold and Celeron processors. And there's also 2 M.2 slots. We're only going to be using 1. And there are 2 DIMMs, max 64 gig DDR5. We're only going to be using 32 gig because I felt like 64 a little bit overkill. Honestly, memory is one of those things that I know the least about when it comes to PC building. I don't know a ton about it. I just know higher numbers better, which is not great. Right. What do we have here? So here's the thing on the front that I didn't know what it was. Flex key, BIOS, AIOC, and then it's got. Is this a volume knob? What is this? It was genuinely. What is this? Alright, we'll put that over there. Okay. This is the Wi-Fi module. What does it say? RG FPS 2 card. What? What? The fuck is this? We need to look at the manual for this. What It's got levers. What the hell? It's got SATA ports, USB 3 ports. Does it say what type? No? What the It's got a jumper. What the hell is that? What happened to motherboards being, fairly simple? No, this can't be it. Ah. SATA cables. No clue. Whoops. What does it say on it? Nope. Thermal pad for M.2. Replace the damaged thermal pad with this pad on the M.2 heatsink. USB Type-C cable to Type-A. That is an M.2 toolless thing. Zip ties. Nothing says what it is. For once, I'm gonna need to look at a manual. Is this a Republic of Gamers keychain? Why would I want that? And here's the Wi-Fi antenna. It's another set of cables that don't say what they are on them, and the manual. Stickers. The choice of champions. ROG. Game on. Battery stickers. What? So this is what it is. It's the hive. So I guess you can connect it. What? And you put it on the side of your PC? What? Flex key button. Yeah, but what is the flex key button? Volume knob, mute button, easy mode, AIOC, BIOS flashback button. That's pretty good. I don't know that I would want to have it that close though. USB 2.0 for BIOS flashback. Okay, that's why you need USB 2.0. Hello, Malkun. USB Type-C port for connection to motherboard. Headphone jack with mic in. Okay. Still doesn't. Okay. So I guess it's just like an extender. What's this? More stickers. So level up with Armory Crate, the ROG app that'll help you manage every aspect of your rig. From initial setup to RGB illumination, pinpoint the latest updates, drivers, manuals, and offers, and connect instantly to your gaming peers. What the? Are you serious right now? I guess it's gamers hashtag, so it has to be ridiculous. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at the motherboard itself. Let's check the underside. So there's no real protection there. Yeah. Nothing special, really. I'm going on the medium on this. Let's see. Are these look like These look like USB Type-C connectors. So you would what? Oh my god! I've apparently been out of the game for a while. Right, there was no. Sorry, that's what we're doing. There was no M.2 on the back, from what I can see. So it's all on the front, which I'm guessing is over here. We've got some peelies, we'll do that afterwards. We've got the CPU mounting. That is for USB 3.1, USB 3.0, 24-pin power, the one PCI Express slot. I think that's the RGB header. What's the back? Who cares? 8-pin for CPU power. Interesting. Alright, so I guess let's open things up, see what's what. Oh, nope, I need a smaller bit on that. There. Yep, there we got one M.2 slots. Interesting that one of them keeps in, but the other one doesn't. Yeah, okay, there's the M.2. Another. Just checking how far I can disassemble this now what I need to do. Okay, so it's an M.2 extender. There's a tiny PCI something port, PCIe 4 lane. This is okay, so this is just a PCIe, or sorry, an M.2 heatsink. Here's where we really want our M.2 to go. Cool, let's start there then. For my storage, or from what part of my storage, I chose an 970 Evo Plus. Huh. Anyway, yeah, I need to figure out how I connect SATA. There was that board with SATA ports on it. Well, that didn't open as graceful as I would have wanted. Okay. My god. 1 terabyte of storage. Hang on. Only a few years ago, this was 1 terabyte of storage. Oh my god, the size difference is insane. I'm gonna connect this one as well though. For a full 2 terabytes of storage, because I replaced this one in my streaming PC with an 8 terabyte hard drive instead. Okay. Toolless, very nice. Then we need to remove the peely on the thermal compound. Screw this back in. And I guess just reassemble this as it was. Is this just sitting there like that? Nothing special about it. Okay. Right, MLO2 installed. I'm gonna wait with the CPU because I need to check out the manual for the first time in my life. So I need to figure out what those cables that came with it are. Two SATA 6 GB per second cables, one RG USB 2.0 splitter cable, one panel cable. The RG FPS2 card. Yeah. So, what are we looking for? Addressable Gen 2 header. So that's where you put in the BTOB card, and that's where you put in the FPS2 card. Okay. Just follow the manual. Don't be a dummy. Okay. This is... sorry, no, here. That's why it has the... I get it. So it has interesting solutions. It has two USB 3.1 or 2 USB Type-Cs, and then it has them on the FPS2 card as well. So you just connect them like this. And that's how you get all the things. So here's the front panel audio in USB 2.0. You got your SATA cables. CPU over 16, what is that? CPU over voltage jumper. Interesting. Is that for overclocking? DTT was 19, sensor 2. 19 is thermal sensor header, don't have one of those. 12 is used, so both of these are USB 2.0. 18 is system panel header, front panel. 14 alternative PCIe mode switch. I'm gonna need to look at that one. Jesus Christ, motherboards are complicated now. What the hell? There was another card, right? Something that confused me. No, it was cables, not a card, I think. This is... there's a lot that is covered by the heat sinks and everything. I don't think there's anything I want here. If I wanted to care about the RGB headers, that would be fine. We're gonna use both DIMMs, so we don't need to worry about that. We're not using that. Honestly, I don't think I'm that confused anymore. This is, I think, a USB to a USB splitter. Why would you want to split the front panel USB? When there's already two. I am confusion. And then there's this. What is this? Okay. So these I've seen before, not in this format. But so this is a basically makes it easier to plug in the front panel. So instead of having to do it all on the board, I can just go boop. And then I can just plug in the front panel headers on this, which is going to be way easier. Alright, cool. That is understandable. The only thing I don't understand is this. Why? I don't want this. I don't know why I would want this. Alright, cool. I think we can move on to CPU. I've got the Intel i7 13700KF. 13700 is the, I think, second strongest PC non-server chip they have right now. There is the 13900 chip, but that is impossible to cool. So I went one step down with the 13700, and then K for unlocked in case there's any headroom to overclock, which with this size probably not, but one can dream. And then F just means that it needs a dedicated graphics card. It doesn't have integrated graphics, which is fine. Oh, it's oblong. Or not oblong. It's rectangular rather than square shaped. It's been a while since I had to deal with one of those, like a long time. I have built a fair amount of PCs in my day. I believe it is, at least if you're counting ones that have been built at least partially, it is at least 100 PCs, I believe. Right. These do not just line up here. Good. Don't think I broke anything. Plastic thing off. Make sure I don't break anything here. Ooh, that is tight. Jesus. It was way tighter than any other motherboard I've done. Yep. That lines up there. Good. Everything looks fine. Now, let's see, what's next step? Probably CPU cooler mounting. Not putting on the CPU cooler yet, but the mounting, because then I can put in the RAM after that, because I need to get access to these. This is the Monster Noctua NHD15 in Chromex Black, rather than their ugly schemes, which is nice. I wish all Noctua fans were black, rather than their ugly beige and brown schemes. Does it only have one fan? It only has one fan. Interesting. I thought it was gonna have two. I hope it can still cool the 13700. Right, so here's the cooler itself. Here's the fan. And then here's what we need. So now the mounting gear. We got some extra thermal compound, that's good. Mounting for the fan. Some extension cables and such. Pretty standard Noctua stuff. This is shit. What happened to my mouse? Oh shit. Did I break everything? Nope, everything is good. Okay. Oh, wait, let's not do top chat. Live chat. Okay. This is garbage. This is absolute garbage. Why did they include these? Just people are gonna have a screwdriver. Oh, Kayan, hey. Mighty fine beer, thank you. It has been a long and arduous journey of just not giving a shit. Oh, backplate. Fuck. Effectively giving up, I suppose. I think I need a manual here. That's embarrassing. I don't think there is a manual. Shit. Right, so where did they go? So this is the back plate we need. This is AMD. We're not doing AMD today. These are the spacers. No, this is also AMD. This is what we need for Intel. Oh, they're blue for Intel. Cool. I don't know why they're gray for AMD, but I guess AMD is more red and green, but I would still say it's Team Red. Right. So I'm guessing this on the back, like so. Oh wait. I'm an idiot. There is the manual. Whew. Normally I would just throw the manual out the window, but honestly I paid £1,700 for this PC. No, £1,500 for this PC, and it didn't include a hard drive. So I am not fucking around with this. I am not making YouTube money. What GPU am I going to use? I'm going to use a Zotac RTX 3080. I know it's last gen, but it's the one I have, and I'm not buying another GPU. It's so close. You need that manual though? Like 20 different ways to put it together? Yeah. Alright. Required mounting parts. Backplate. Check. Mounting bars. Check. 4 spacers. Clip-on spacers. I have 5. Check. 4 thumb screws. Check. That's why I couldn't figure out how to mount it. Right, I want the blue plastic spacers for LJ 1700. Okay, so this side up, this goes through here. Interesting. Okay, so these, I don't know if you can see this. Let me see if, so this has a triangle here, which fits into this rhombus shape right here, either like that, or like that. They look very similar, but they are different. Anyway, the price on the new 40 series is absurdly stupid. Yes, agreed. AI, we've gone from crypto blowing prices up to AI blowing prices up. Wait, shit. For LGA 1700, I want it to be in the outer position. This is an interesting mounting mechanism. It's very different to the I don't know what I have in the other PC, but it's very similar to the D15. It's also got a but it's got a LJ what's in that one? 1150? 1153? It is 6 generations old at this point, and I believe I got it early 2017, like February, I think. I got it as I got myself a whole new PC like February 2017 to celebrate that I landed myself another client for my freelance gig, to the point where I could actually support myself. Because I was hemorrhaging money because I only had the one client. And then I landed another client who wanted me on for 3 days a week, and all of a sudden I was making dosh. Okay. The supplied backplate will install over the motherboard's stock backplate. do not take that one off. Okay, so ironically, this apparently can house both. It would not. I don't think it would have mattered if I installed it as LJ 1200. But hey. Alright, then I want the blue spacers. For Team Blue. Then position. I need this to be in the middle. Interesting, they manufacture this with like all the, so it can fit anything because it has like 3 positions here. Also, that is, no, that's correct. So I can reuse this bracket for any socket. Does that look right? Son of a bitch. Okay, I believe it looks off center though. Is it just me, or does this look off center? Maybe it's like this side looks like it's closer to the center of the CPU. Okay. Space is there, then thumb screws. Okay. Thumb screws. Ah, son of a bitch. Fortunately, my screwdriver from lttstore.com is magnetic, so I could just pick that up. Yes, I did spend $70 plus tax on a screwdriver. Wait, so it's to support a YouTube channel I like and their efforts. And I like ratcheting screwdrivers. A good tool is worth the money? Yeah, I agree. I mean, I could have gotten like a Mega Pro for less than half the price. But this one is specifically made for PC building, which is what I use screwdrivers for mostly. Okay. Oh. Then it's Yep. Okay. Future Blondie is gonna hate current Blondie for doing this. Okay, next up I think is Ram. You know, I prefer lamb, but you know, Ram's fine. Although ARAM's quite fun. I have to say, Corsair's come a long way with the design on the Vengeance RAM. This looks quite neat considering it's like not the cool RAM, right? Like this is supposed to be the basic bitch RAM. So it's DDR5, 16 gigs per stick, which is would have been mind-blowing to me 15 years ago when I first started building PCs. It is 6,000 mega transfers per second, which I don't know if is good or bad, but it is not the lowest you can get for DDR5. So yeah. I mentioned this earlier, but RAM is the... I totally fucked that up. RAM is the PC component that I know, I think, the least about. I have no idea what mega transfers do. I have no idea. All I know is like more RAM means more Chrome tabs, right? That's literally all I know about RAM. By the way, how's the sound volume, by the way? I tried checking before the stream and it sounded fine, but let me know. Okay. Yeah, this, you know, this does not look half bad. Okay. Is it case time? The only box I have left is the power supply. And obviously the actual heatsink, which we're putting on not last, but the second to last. Oh, future Blondie is crying. Current Blondie is like, I don't care. Present Blondie is such a dickhead. Ah! What's the ETA? Maybe like 2 hours? I don't know. I'm trying to enjoy myself here. It's been a while since I got to build a brand new PC. Like 6 years. Ooh, you know what I'm doing first? I'm putting in another fan first. Noctua, brown and beige. There's a surprising amount of storage options for this case. So you've got two of these 2.5 inch sleds that you can mount in the back, and then obviously however much M.2 you can fit on your motherboard. Which for a case this size, that's really good. I think you could even fit like a 3.5 somewhere, somehow. I think I saw that in the manual. Right. What am I looking for? I'm looking for the right type of screw. Nope. Nope. I've already screwed myself. Past me, damn it. Fortunately, even more past me. Remember to save all the screws in a baggie. Or all the screws from a different build, so I can just reuse those. All right. Let's put this ugly mother in. Let's see, how should we orient this? Probably coming out here. Whoop. Yeah, that'll be fine. That'll do, James. Same assembly here, James. It's also nice that you can just kind of... Everything in this case is just like you rip it off. There's no like grace or unscrewing half the things in this case. It's just rip it off and then you can put it back together later. These screws were not meant for this case. Yeah, it's good enough. It's a little wrecked. Right. Door can stay off. I think what I want to do. I think I want to run cables first. Right, where are the fan headers on this board? enchant them? Are they covered? That's interesting, never seen that before. Okay, so little rubber grommets. There's 3 of them. Can't do more than 3 fans. Ooh, is that gonna be a problem? We can do a Y splitter. We can do Y splitters. Oh my god, they're really in there. There we go. That's CPU fan, AIO pump, chassis fan. Okay, so how do I want to run it? Then I probably, since they all, it's gonna sit like that, all there. Probably okay. Planning committee is done. Standing up again. Because now we are going to take even more of this case apart. It is impressive how easily you can take it apart. Most of it is toolless. The only thing that is tool, other than me, is this here. Don't lose those. There we go. Now the top is up. Easier to work in. Right, so I want to run the fans like up here. Don't know if this will reach. This one has to go this way as well. Can you do 2 Y splitters in a row? Or will the PC freak out about that? Don't think I can. I think that will take away too much power. Too much power. My case has twisted screws and us does most stuff with it. The annoying bit is everything being RGB'd up. I don't want a disc. I agree. The only thing that is RGB in this build, to my knowledge, is the GPU, because it was not an option. Should work with 2 Y splitters. Yeah, I'm just wondering if the power supplied to the fans will be too low and they will be running at a lower RPM. Basically cancelling out having 2 fans. Like this. 2 fans is more CFM. CFM. I don't know what CFM stands for. Air moved, whatever. Oh, okay. 2 fans, more air pressure. Yeah, sure. Right. Also, fans require a little power at speed only at startup. That is a good point. But when it comes to these kinds of things, because there's the because Noctua has the noise controller cables, which is just a cable that you put in. All that does is increase the resistance, so that you're getting less power to the fan, right? And then it runs slower, because that's how fans work. So it's not, that's what I'm wondering will happen if I have 2 Y splitters, but maybe it won't, maybe it will, who cares? Because fans work by taking the amount of power they get and then converting that into motion. So if you give a fan more power, it will run faster, right? There's no like, and if you give it infinite power, it will, run infinitely fast until, it breaks. I did that once with a fan, a box fan that I bought from the from the US, and then I spliced on a Swedish cable onto it. This is a dumb idea, never do this. Stuck it in the wall, so I gave it 240 volts when it was rated for, what is it, like 120 in the US. It ran very loud and very fast for a bit, and then it died. Unsurprisingly. But I was an idiot back then. Still am, but I was back then too. Okay. So this will sit like this. So the 24 volts will be here. The USB-Cs will probably be like that. I think they will also come out up here. Interesting. Right, so USB 3, USB 3.1. I want to run the cables first, because once everything is in, it's going to be harder to run the cables. Then this is HD audio, power switches, which are down here, so I'll run that through there. Which one of these is HD audio though? Both of them are USB. I need to look at the manual again. Is it addressable Gen 2? Yeah, this won't fit in the USB 2.0. Does this just not have front panel audio? CPU, fan and pump headers, VRM heatsink fan header, chipset fan header, power connectors, M.2 slot, SATA port, Gen 2 Type-C front panel connector, that's 10, yes. USB 3.2 Gen 1 header, yes. USB 2.0 header, yes. Adjustable Gen 2 header, is there. That can't be for audio, right? Doesn't have all the plugs. It only has 3 pins. Let's check it out. Page 1 through 13. Wow, that's very useful. I guess it's chapter 113. Adjustable allows you to connect individual adjustable RGB LED strips. Nope. That is not it. Wait, wasn't there a cable maybe for this? Son of a bitch, past Blondie. Current Blondie is gonna piss off future Blondie as well. But in a different way. Right, this one we don't want to lose. Also USB only. How many USB headers are you expected to plug in? We've already got 2 on the board. And then a splitter for another. What? I've never seen a case with more than 1 since USB 3 became a thing. I'm gonna have to Google this. Z790i front audio. There's no HD audio port. Alright, that's fine. I'm not gonna use it, I'm gonna plug into the back anyway. But it's good to know that they fucked me. Oh yeah, it does have a 3.0 3.5 inch cage here. If you want to add a hard drive, which is nuts to me. You can add a hard drive to a case this small. So you have two 2.5 inch. Let me put in the I run two 4-way splitters with fans and a Y on one of them. Wow. Mini ITX sucks for fan headers. Yeah. I don't know why both of these wouldn't be installed from the beginning, but some measure of DIY, I suppose. So you got two 2.5 inch, one 3.5 inch, and then however many M.2s you got on your board. So for me, 2. So that's a total of 5 drives in a cage this small. That's not bad. Like that's really not bad. Okay. Cool. Now let's run power cables. So for power, I've got a Corsair RM1000E fully module ATX power supply. It is slightly shorter than a standard ATX, I believe, so it should fit nicely in this case, even though this case does support full ATX. Kind of wanted to go with a smaller case, honestly, but one, I love Fractal. Love their cases. And two, just if you don't have it in your hands, it's so hard to judge the size, right? Pictures lie. Really? This is the bag it comes in? My 850 watt power supply got like a nicer bag. Some desiccant, let's snack on that later. Just kidding, don't eat the silica desiccant. Use it to keep your 3D filaments dry or something. Or in my case, my flans. Okay. Right, cables. There we go, toggle timestamps. I need to figure out a good place to store these later, because I need to make sure I don't mix them up with my other Corsair PSU cables, because that could blow up the PSU or the motherboard or both. I have done that once. Okay. CPU cable, perfect. Oh yeah, shit, I need to install the fucking this. See, I put those there. Those are the screws for the top of the case. Watch me forget where I put them when it comes time to put things together again. There's like a 75% chance that I'm gonna forget that I put them there. Okay. Here we go. Set a drive in. Alright, now power cable. Which part is the CPU? This part is the CPU. Oh, it goes in without a problem. Like a glove. Right, then we have one SATA. Let's see if there's some smaller SATA later. Don't need any, what is it called? Molex. Don't need Molex. This is 3 SATA. This has 4. So this is the bit smaller one that we need. Got PCIe. Ports. So this is this is ridiculous. Supposedly this fits. I am losing confidence. What the fuck? Look at that! That is like half a centimeter. I really hope this fits. Okay. This is gonna be tight. PC part picker said that it would fit. So it needs 2 8 slots. And then one more. Is it better to run 2 cables or 1 cable with these 2? I think 2 cables is better to run. Had to come on just to look at your parts list. I'm in need of an updated motherboard CPU. Probably not in the next 3 or 4 months. Yeah. Hello, Steve. I mean, I've not tested this yet. So I can't tell you anything about it, but it's here. The parts list is in the description, both for my streaming PC, which is my old PC, old gaming PC, and for this one that I'm building right now. Okay. Run the 24 pin. And I need to run the SATA. After that, it should be done with running cables. There's a lot of cable in a small case. It's probably easier to connect this SATA before attaching it to the case. That's what I did on the other PC. And then we need the SATA cable, SATA data. The SATA data cable. Work. We'll see. Okay. SATA data and SATA power has been connected, yeah. You know, it is important that you connect the SATA data. Otherwise, what's the fucking point, you know? someone from tech support. Okay, so this one goes in here. Sure, why not? Oh my god. Goes in here. Sure, why not? Why not? I don't think I'm gonna be able to close the back panel here. We'll see. Anyway. That is all the cables run. So I can sit down again. Oh, rest my poor back. Okay, after an hour and a half, motherboard finally goes into case. Barely. Okay, motherboard screws. These are PSU screws. There. Nope. Damn it, past Blondie. Damn it, current Blondie. These are not that. These are that. Just dumped a bunch of screws on my desk. That's helpful when I'm looking for a specific set of screws. These are it. I think these are from the other case, but who cares? As long as it works, right? Am I right, fellas? Ladies? Humans? One and a half hours of the same looping jazz track. You want a different track? Give me some button. No. What I can do is, where's my mouse there? Where is? These are not the right screws. Son of a bitch. Okay, interesting. Standoff screws seems to be different between the two cases. I've just fucked this. By not RTFMing rather. Okay, let's try this again. Interesting that the standoffs are not standard screw size in this case. Or did I just cut stuff down? No, that works. That is like a glove. Why is that's weird. You'd think the screw sizes would be standardized in standoffs. I mean, it's literally the same case, just smaller. Okay. Connecting CPU power. Okay. CPU power done. I'll do these in order of how far away they are from me. go. These cables are always a little bit. This is, I don't know if you can, you know what, maybe I can brighten up this image a bit. Oh, now you can actually see what's going on in the case. This is the 3.1 USB cable. And this is the 3.0 USB cable. They are always bent, like in super sus ways, aren't they? Whew. Oh man, it's almost 7 and the sun hasn't set yet. Spring is here. Woo! Well, that didn't help. Right. Next up. What happened to the... There's... I think I'm just gonna connect this directly. So we have power LED. Which is red and black, so that's don't believe power LED matters really if it's plus or minus. We got power switch is yellow and orange. That's next to it with this needing to be on the far end. Right. Assuming the writing is on the same side. Reset switch is purple and green. It is right next to the hard drive, and we don't have hard drive LEDs on this case. Cool. And we've got PCIe power, and we've got our SATA. Please tell me it's going in the right direction. Yes, good. Should not have gone right angle theta there, but... Oh, shit. Definitely ran over some of the filters there with my casters. Oh well. Right. So this case does not have any USB 2.0 front headers. Son of a bitch, I forgot to do the peely on the IO shield. I might be able to do it still. I am the genius. Well, there's the tab. Fuck. F-A-K-K. Fuck. This is a nice back. Okay. Cool. Next up. CPU. I'm gonna connect the CPU fan before I put the heatsink on. Just so I have that. In case it becomes hard to reach, which it really shouldn't with the top of the case off, but hey. Who knows? Oh my god, it has two fans. Why is one already pre-installed? Oh, that's... Now I just have to... take it out. Because there's no way to screw the... heatsink in with the fan in. Okay, need thermal compound. Where did I put that? Son of a bitch. Alright, gonna clean off the CPU because I've been fucking around it. Do my favorite thermal compound application method. The percent sign. Hope I can fix this mistake. Because the heatsink does not fit right now, which is bad. I think if I change orientation, oh no, this might not work. Wait. Oh, I really hope this works. Did the screws just fall? Oh, fuck. This is really bad. This is bad. Okay, that seems promising. Please tell me this still fits. Oh, I think it fits. That was a scary moment there for a moment. What? Come on. Why aren't you screwing on? There we go. Now it's screwing on. Oh my god. That was scary. That was legitimately scary. The scariest part of the build so far until I turned this on. I need a fucking wire splitter for the CPU fans. Have I used them all? I need to open a new bag. Did I put them on the floor? Was I an idiot? Past me, god damn it. Ah. We're going to need these brackets for mounting and this wire splitter. You know, it's harder to reach the fan header with the heatsink on, but it's not that much harder. So I was probably worrying a little bit too much about plugging it in. There we go. And then this one. It's the almost all black build, except for this one Noctua fan and the RAM, and then also it's the almost all black and gray build, except for this one Noctua fan. Fan 1 attached. Whoops. That's my crotch. Bitch, it won't fit. That sucks. This is as low as it will go, which is well above the case. Because of the damn cables. What I can probably do then is reuse this fan, put it maybe like this. Will it fit? No, I don't think so. It'll fit like this? Ooh, it might. Need to put new paste on your CPU. How long ago has it been? If it's been like 2-3 years, then yeah, maybe. Like I think every like 3 to 5 years, probably good one. 3 is probably too little. 5 years is probably decent time to start thinking about redoing the thermal paste. it work to swap the front one to CPU? You mean this? Ooh, that might work. I haven't considered it because it's not the same shape, but that might work. The tube was part of 5 years when I used it. Just some crap. Yeah. Yeah, sure, absolutely. I think you then you should probably get some like nice quality thermal compound, like some thermal grizzly. Oh, I think this is still too tall. I need something flat. It might be just. Yeah, I think that might work. Okay, it is very close. But yeah, get yourself some like thermal grizzly stuff, you know, some high quality shit. We do some thermal compound. Wow. I wonder if this mounting mechanism will work. It's not really made for this size of fan, but it seems to work. I think that might be just enough clearance. Like it is millimeters. If it still fits. I should test it. And that is the front. Is it? Yeah. Oh, that's because this is the front panel. Idiot. Oh my god. Yeah, that is millimeters from touching. It's a good shout though. And then I'll put this one in here instead. So I have 200. Are these? This is 240? No, this must be 160, right? See if I can find better screws than these, because these are tapered, which really fucks with the case. These will probably work. I wonder if this fan will fit though. 120mm. It won't fit that way. I think it would be alright if I mount this fan with only 2 screws. I might only be able to mount it with 1 screw actually. Yeah. Oh, if I kind of put it on an angle, it looks awful, but I can kind of get 2 screws. This is so dumb. Oh wait, no, these screws are too thick for these holes, I think. Just mounting this fan has turned into a project. It's going to be sitting in another room, so if it's a little bit loud, it doesn't really matter. As long as it just doesn't rattle super loud, it might be fine. BBIAB. I don't know that acronym. Oh, dude, that's rock solid. Oh, that's not. Yeah, no, this fan is not gonna work. That sucks. I really hope to be able to use 2 big fans here. 2 black fans. Let's see. Well, I do have another black fan. I'm just mixing and matching hardware here. So this is a 120mm Corsair fan. At that point I might as well use another Noctua rather than a shitty Corsair fan. If I've already broken the color scheme, might as well continue, am I right? I'm really surprised I can't find any other damn fan screws other than tapered ones and these ones. You'd think there would be something else. Okay. Okay, fan's done. Now PCIe Express. Almost done with this damn PC. Then I just have to clean up, but I think that will be tomorrow Blondie's problem. Alright, moment of truth. Does this shit fit? Are you kidding me? Oh. No. All the damn time I spent faffing around with fans, and it's a damn GPU doesn't fit with the fans. Ah! I'm gonna run Win 11. I haven't decided. But yeah, I think so, at least on this one. Because I have two PCs, I'm gonna be running a program to allow me to control both with the same keyboard and mouse. I need to make sure that runs fine. Because I'm running Windows 10 on my streaming PC, and if that doesn't run fine with 1.11, 1.10, then I can't run 11. So I'm not upgrading my streaming PC. That is tight. It's tighter than a nun. Well, I'm definitely not running a fan there. So this is maybe 0.5 millimeter from the edge of this lip here, which granted is about 0.5 centimeter. It's about 0.5 centimeter from the front of the case without a fan there. measuring tape. But I suppose if I could run if I could find a fan that's about that big, might be 80 millimeter, I can probably put that in the bottom. An 80 millimeter fan with 120 millimeter mounting. That might work. I'm worried about this though. Oh well. There's not much I can do about it. Put this as close as possible. Such a good deep loader script for Win11, thank you. Also, thank you, Steve. I've heard a lot of conflicting things about Windows 11. Some people are saying that it sucks. Some people say that it's pretty good. I'm worried about this clearance here is very little. Okay, come on. Come on now. Alright, cool. GPU's in, CPU all done, front of case all done. Let's put the top back on and then move to the back. Over here. Ah, yeah. I did forget. Well, I forgot a little bit. But not enough to start chasing after them. Okay. Okay. Dust filter on. And top of case back on. Oh, I hope. We'll see if that matters in the end. I thought the case was resting on something in the middle. No, it's just not even. Okay, let's turn the light down a little bit. It's hurting my eyes. 30%, there you go. Okay, now PSU time. So I'm gonna need some input here. I can either mount the PSU so that it sucks from inside the case or from outside the case. Considering how close the GPU was to the bottom there, I don't know if the extra sucking power is good. Or if it will even be able to suck in that area with other fans being so close. It might be better to just suck in clean air from the bottom. I think I answered the question myself, but please chime in if you've got opinions. I wasn't worried about GPU temps until like right now. I did not realize it was gonna be such a tight fit, and I thought I was gonna have a fan blowing directly on it. Right, so this side fan sucking air there. The idea then is that there's more air coming in here for the GPU to use as well. And it might also suck away some of the hot air. Fuck it, I'm doing it this way. I think I will need all the help I can get with airflow in this case. Now that I only have the one front fan, I definitely need a lot more help with making the what am I even talking about? Need a lot more with making the air move. That's it. Let's do PCA 1. PCA 2. 24 pin. SATA. No, this is not SATA. This is CPU. This is SATA. Satana perkele. Voi vittu. Go. All right. Come on now. Don't be rude. Rude boy. Oh, come on. Oh boy. Okay. Now just some final cable management. So throw everything down into the basement. possible. Oh, I hope the back goes on. I think it does. Just about. Oh boy. Oh my god, this is heavy for such a small package. Jesus. I wish you could put fans in the front, outside of this, but I don't think that is possible. They would have to be real fucking skinny, wouldn't they? Alright. Think so. Yeah, you could maybe put a very slim fan in the front. Holy crap, this is compact. It's literally only this space here where it's the size of my hand. That's the only empty space in this machine. And I guess down here as well. One of the fans here is actually picking up from this ramp. I hope that will help. These two are so tight. It's so tight that I wish I could take out this basement, but I can't. Yeah, alright. I think that does it. Side panels on. Fantastic. Even though it's bad mojo to put side panels on before you post, I need to go outside of the room to post. So I'm gonna end the stream here. Thank you all for watching very much, and I will be back whenever. I don't have a set schedule. This is literally the first stream I've done in months, but once I get this up and running, I hope to stream a little bit more, because that's why I have this setup. But it will take a little bit of tinkering to get this to a point where I like it. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I will see you when I see you. Since